Hey, I'm back. Since Friday, you'll notice no change of scenery. This is actually Friday, but I'm posting this on Monday because this is when this is when I really want the question. So what's Monday? Is the Monday. Today is the 12th, 13th, 14th. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what day it is. What the date is. Oh, I'm so terrible with the dates. Today is Friday right now. However, you're watching this on Monday. Monday. Whatever. Today's the, no, it's not. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's later than that. It's more than the 11th. Today's the 13th. No. I'm so messed up. What day is this? I have to actually look at my calendar. Isn't that terrible? Today's the 15th. I'm so embarrassed. Yes, but I'm posting this on the 18th. Oh boy, this is awful. Yeah, but you know what? I don't, it doesn't. Anyway, my little embarrassment for today. No, today is not Friday. Today is Monday. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know some people that would. Today is Monday. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyway, today is Monday. Last week we had the full moon. Yeah, so last week we had the full moon, and then on Friday, I know I'm still wearing the same clothes because I'm actually recording this on the Friday. I'm very embarrassed, but yeah, what can I do? Okay, so last week we had the full moon. It was quite a powerful moon. If you did any work, please let me know what kind of work you do to manifest the things you do. I mean, if it's sacred knowledge, then please you don't have to share. But I will tell you what I do is I stand outside, I talk to Father Sky, Mother Earth, and any nature, all the beautiful trees and animals. I talk to them and ask them for their love and their kindness. And yeah, it's sort of a reciprocal energy flow. So I return whatever I take, whatever they give me, whatever they gift me, I give it right back. And so reciprocity, when it comes to energy, that's the key. You know, you got to keep it flowing, keep it new, keep it flowing, keep it fresh, and keep your vibrations high. And when that energy comes back to you, it's all going to be the good stuff coming in for you. And certainly, you know, pay it back. Last week I pulled a card, was about support. So support anybody, and again, that has a lot to do with, you know, the exchange of energy and sharing, sharing your knowledge, sharing your kindness, sharing your love. There's no shortage of love in this world, so we've all got it in us to give. Excuse me. I just got to take a quick drink here. I'm still a little embarrassed about the date thing. And that giant spider that dropped from the ceiling, that was fun. But no shortage of wildlife. I do feel a part of nature these days. So as I go on, I'm going to explain more and more about that, about my experience with nature. I'm just not ready to tell that full story yet. It's a very profound story. And I'm not trying to keep you on the hook. I'm just saying that I'm just not quite ready to tell that full story. Okay, so I'm going to do an Akashic reading today. And the question that I have been wanting to ask is, And again, I like to really look into, global situations, global, like the relationships of people around the world. I I like to, oh gosh, there's a T word that I don't want to say, but it's a community of people that research for specific answers to very uncomfortable questions. So if you're part of that community, then you're going to be fully on board with what I'm just saying. I'm trying not to be cagey. I just being cautious with my words. And so in January 2022, Canada had a meeting, a very large meeting in the nation's capital. And there was a lot of support and a lot of controversy. And so I'm not sure, depends on who you're listening to. I don't know if the controversy was higher than the support. I don't know. All I know is that in my heart, when I saw, waving the Canadian flags and singing the anthem and people hugging on the streets, strangers hugging, I just got a chill up my neck here. It was such a beautiful, loving feeling that I got. And more often than not, I ended up in tears watching some of this camaraderie and sharing of opinions and sharing of love and joy and the freedoms and cherishing each other's company. I know for years, for as long as I can remember anyway, there's been one province that, and I'm not saying anything bad about this province. It just, I think there was a lot of talk trying to pit one province against the rest. And anyway, Quebec has been sort of the odd man out, I guess you could say. And for a very, very long time, they've been wanting to separate from the country. But what I saw, what I noticed, and a lot of other people told me the same thing. What they noticed was during this January-February 2022 meeting in the nation's capital. And again, you're going to have to follow my words there. What I noticed was it didn't matter where in the country you were from, you were Canadian first. And there was a lot of hugging, a lot of tears, a lot of rejoicing, like, oh my gosh, we thought people from Quebec were this, and Quebec people thought the rest of Canada was that. And, there was a lot of that back and forth stuff. But seeing the people being interviewed, complete strangers, didn't have English, French, you're coming up and you're hugging each other. And I'm telling you, I cried more than I rejoiced, because it was such a cathartic feeling to witness this. I wasn't there in person, so I couldn't get the full energy of it, but wow, it was just an amazing feeling. So that energy rippled throughout the world, and and I'm watching videos from Germany and Nigeria, and just they're waving the Canadian flag, and it was just so fantastic. And in the United States, a lot of people waving the Canadian flag in support. And I was lucky enough to meet some of the organizers for the team on the United States side, and fantastic people. Oh my gosh, absolutely fantastic. And they had a huge Canadian flag on the back of their giant pickup truck, and they were going around to all the states, and they're having people sign their brand new pickup truck, and they had this giant Sharpie, and everybody's signing it. It was just fantastic. Anyway, so my question is, once we start to feel a plateau on this unsurety that's been put on us, what the relationship between I'm going to try and keep it as simple as possible. I want to do just Canada, but I want to know what is the relationship between Canada and the United States from the time we start to feel the release of pressure until and going forward. What's the relationship going to be like? I hope I said that right. Yeah, I think I did. I'm trying to be cryptic, but I don't. I'm trying to be as clear and concise as possible, but I also have to be very gentle with my words. So I just want to know, once we start to come down off of that plateau of this harsh energy, once we start to come back down to a sense of normality and camaraderie again, to where we have a little bit more say in what goes on, when the energy starts to release us, that negative energy, that binding energy, once we feel released, what is the relationship like between Canada and the United States? I personally, I think I know the answer, but let me just see what the cards have to say. I'm using the Akashic Tarot again, my favorite deck. I keep saying I'm going to link somewhere to where you can pick up your own deck, but I promise I will do that as soon as I shut this down. I will do that. Events leading up is spring and autumn. Okay, so there's spring and autumn. Currently, wishes fulfilled. Okay, so 5 of keys, wishes fulfilled. And I'm just going to shuffle one more here. Okay, I mean, I wish I could say I make this stuff up, but I don't. Okay, it's not Archangel Michael. I usually get Michael, but no, this time I got Gabrielle. And if you know anything about Archangel Gabrielle, Gabrielle is not a protector. Gabrielle is a healer. I think we have a storm coming in, so I better make this quick. Weatherman said about 3 o'clock. Yeah, wow. Wow, that's 3 readings in a row on very similar questions, and all 3 I got an Archangel. That's incredible. So to clarify, yeah, Saint Germain, initiation of Saint Germain is clarifying the spring and autumn, wishes fulfilled, Akashic Library. Oh, I like that so far. And the treasure. Okay, so if you saw my last reading, you'll know that this came up in this exact position again. Yes, so 2 readings in a row, same card, same position. 2 readings in a row, we got, or sorry, 3 readings in a row, we got an Archangel. So we had Michael, and now we have Gabrielle. So spring and autumn, and I don't memorize the decks. I read a lot of intuitively, but then I have to come in and verify what I just said. So 4 of forces is spring and autumn. This could be a very creative. You know what? We did get this card before in the very first reading. What is going on? We got wishes fulfilled. I got all these cards before, except for Saint Germain and Akashic Library. We've had these cards before. Wishes, be very creative, period free. So take action. So everybody has been taking action in and being very creative in how we can heal that energy between United States and Canada, and making sure that there's no misinformation going back and forth. And gosh, I remember when I was a kid, we were able to joke back and forth about each other. Canadians were very tolerant of Canadian jokes. I love the Canadian jokes. I have a pet beaver, and yeah, we hang out in the igloo all the time. Ride my polar bear to school. Those were the jokes that we had when we were kids. Wishes fulfilled is our current situation. 5 of keys. I believe it is getting very close to rain, which is good because it's really hot here. Uh, yeah, so so currently our wishes are being fulfilled. And if you look really close at this card, I don't know how well you can see that, but look at that beautiful table. It's full of abundance. And look at that beautiful blue sky of the windows. What else do we have? Nice flowers. And so, and I think there's a horn of plenty. No, maybe not. So all the abundance. Yeah. Yeah. So fresh food. Fresh food. This is what we're working towards. So we need, so, okay. So you know what? This just went in a completely different direction. So what we're doing is we're getting creative. We're getting creative, and we're healing that relationship of misinformation that we've been getting, pitting one country against the other, and all the negative energy is being released because we are being creative in the healing process. Because I don't know if you're aware of this, but right now it's really hard to go and buy fresh food. Prices, I'm sorry to say this, I'm not sorry, it's not my fault. Prices are going up. It's very difficult to buy fresh food, but we're getting creative um, with our neighbors and sharing the abundance back and forth. Gabrielle is coming in to ensure that that relationship between us is healed. Okay. Wow. I'm just blown away because I just am. Count Saint Germain is initiating us. And if you listen to my Friday video, I was talking about star seeds. So this card represents your intuition. Your initiation. It's much more than a change or even transformation. It's nothing less than your movement into higher revelations of power. So revelations of power, insight, and achievement. And right now is the time to act. And so as we're getting creative, it's Saint Germain that is initiating us and giving us the power of insight. Okay, insight. And we are able to ask those. Yeah, wow. Insight and achievement, higher revelations. And I mean, I can't make this up. There's the Akashic Library. Okay, the Akashic Library is it's a record of everything, every emotion, every word, every action, every physical thing, everything, past, present, and future. So everything, when you think of something, you think, hey, that's a great idea. That thought has either been taken from the Akashic Library or put into for somebody else. So if you don't follow through on that great idea that you had, then it's available for somebody else. And again, it's a lot to do with the exchange of energies, the exchange of gifting back and forth. And so if you don't need something, somebody else does need it. One man's garbage is another man's treasure, which brings me to the Two of Keys, which is treasure. Okay. And so what we've noticed is, and I said this in my last reading, and I'm going to link that up also. What we've noticed is that there's been a lot of things taken from us. I'm not going to say how it's been taken away. I just know that it has. It's been taken away from us, but we are going to regain that treasure. The thought police have come in and try to tell us what we're allowed to think and what we're allowed to say and what we can do with our money and our bodies, and so that lost treasure is your autonomy, basically. That's what I'm getting. right there with the lost treasure. But again, you've got Gabrielle, who is the ultimate healer. And when you want to heal, so the relationship between the United States and Canada they've tried to take that away from us. They, in air quotes, which I don't like to do air quotes, but there have been situations, oh gosh, there's been a certain group that have tried to take away the healthy relationship that Canada has with, it's getting very bright, that healthy relationship that Canada has with the United States. And Quebec, the rest of the country loves you. You know, I love Quebec. I'm going to be honest. What I don't like about Quebec is the traffic. That's it. And that's not something, that's not Quebec's fault. That's traffic. That's just the nature of things. That's the only thing I don't like about Quebec. I love the people. I wish I spoke French. I can understand a little bit of French. But anyway, so the relationships across the country and then across the United States and intermingling in the United States, you know, we've been separated, but we're going to come back together, and we're going to do it by getting creative, and we're going to share our resources. We're going to share our healing. We are empowered to ask those questions, and those answers are in the Akashic Library. So those answers are there for us. They belong to us. We have a right to those answers, and we're going to find them. So that's it. I mean, I love this reading. I love the thought of the country and countries healing. I love that so much. Anyway, I think that was a good reading. I think that was very good. Please, if you like what I'm doing, if you like what I'm saying, please go down below, like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate every single one. If you want a personal reading, I'm going to put my email, I'm going to put my website down below, so you can contact me through there. What else? Yes, and I'm going to link my last reading to this one, just so you can compare. Just those cards. It's just so amazing that those cards all came up again. So to me, that's validation that we are on the right track. There's a giant hornet buzzing around me. That's nice. I'm a magnet now I'm a magnet, but I suppose if I just leave him alone, he'll go away. Anyway, oh, he's still here. I gotta go in. So anyway, have a fantastic day, everybody. I hope what I said resonates with you, and yeah, many blessings to you all.